disappointed and unacceptable. The Speaker's fury and the new Labour drama that has Westminster reeling. Imagine the Speaker of the House, the supposed neutral referee of British politics, finally losing his cool, not in some backroom shouting match, but in full public view, his frustration echoing off the chamber's centuries-old walls. This week, Sir Lindsay Hall did just that, blasting the Labour government for their latest round of what he called complete disregard for Parliament and its backbenchers. If you thought British politics couldn't get any more dramatic, buckle up. This saga isn't just a squabble over procedure. It's a warning sign for the soul of British democracy. It started with what could have been a routine government announcement. This morning, the government published its long-awaited Strategic Defence Review, SDR, a multi-billion-pound document shaping the UK's defence for years to come. But instead of revealing these plans on the House of Commons floor, the traditional stage for any policy of this magnitude, Prime Minister Keir Starmer took his show on the road. First, a speech and press conference in Glasgow, and a flurry of media appearances followed. For Sir Lindsay Hall, this was a final straw. He reminded the House that Labour, when in opposition, was never shy about criticising the Tories for making major announcements outside Parliament. Now, he argued, they seem to have forgotten those high-minded principles. It's amazing in opposition how everything should be discussed on the floor of the House. But when in government, memories are short, he thundered. I'm here to defend the backbenchies. What's really at stake here isn't just a misannouncement. It's the creeping sidelining of Parliament's rank-and-file MPs, the backbenchers. These are the elected representatives who aren't cabinet ministers or shadow secretaries, but who speak for millions of ordinary Britons. Their job? To scrutinise government, ask awkward questions, and hold ministers to account. But Hoyle accused Labour of treating these MPs like parliamentary furniture, ignored and sidelined unless needed for show of unity. It's giving major kids' table at Christmas dinner vibes, as one political commentator quipped. Imagine being sent to Westminster to speak for your community, only to be told to sit quietly while the grown-ups make all the decisions. That's not democracy, it's a very expensive puppet show. Hoyle's outburst wasn't just about the SDR. It's a symptom of a much deeper malaise. When the Speaker, the one person who's supposed to stay above party politics, feels compelled to publicly dress down the government, something has gone badly wrong. He reminded ministers that backbenchers quite rightly should hear it first. In other words, treat Parliament with the respect it deserves, or risk undermining the whole system. This isn't Hoyle's first brush with government frustration. He's dealt with walkouts, budget leaks, and accusations of bias before. But rarely has his anger felt so raw, so personal, so spitting feathers, as the British say. So, why should you care about this latest round of Westminster drama? Because it's about more than ceremonial wigs and arcane rules. When governments start announcing major policies to the press or industry insiders before Parliament, they are sending a message. Scrutiny and debate are an inconvenience, not a duty. And when backbench MPs are treated as afterthoughts, it raises the spectre of a government that's more interested in control than consensus. Democracy, Hall reminded us, isn't supposed to be a dictatorship with better furniture. It's supposed to be noisy, messy, and full of disagreement, the very things that keep power honest. Here's the twist. Labour, who once railed against Tory secrecy and authoritarianism, now seem to be following the same playbook. It's like the neighbour who complains about your loud parties, only to throw an even louder one next week. And let's be honest, British politics is addicted to drama. Will Labour heed the Speaker's warning and let Parliament do its job? Or will they double down, convinced that power means never having to say you're sorry? If history's any guide, the chaos is only just beginning. In the end, Hoyle's fury is about more than his own authority. It's a plea for a Parliament that works, for a democracy where every MP, from minister to backbencher, has a voice. When the Speaker has to remind the governing party how to actually govern, one analyst noted, you know things have gone properly sideways. So, what happens next? Will Labour listen, or will Westminster sink further into dysfunction? One thing's for sure, in the House of Commons, dull moments are rare, and the next act in the political soap opera is never far away. What do you think? Was Hoyle right to call out Labour's behaviour, or should speakers stay silent and let the chaos play out? The fate of British democracy might just depend on the answer.